We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Brought to you by payoff. Food, balls, and bad decision.
Chicken shit.
It gets me every time.
Every
time.
Every time. What's up, Benny?
Nada. It's a new night. It's Wednesday nights, so we are back live. Got some good stuff tonight.
It feels like we're one light tonight. Where's the other part to our tripod?
There's another fella that comes on here.
Where's the handsome guy that keeps the peace? Where's he?
Apparently, it's a school night, and he's putting to bed his children. I think.
We got a big day tomorrow. Back to school,
Back to school. B starts back tomorrow. When's Durant go back?
Durant starts tomorrow, but what you got to understand is, for me, my kids are old. It don't matter, right? It's a non-event for us.
Yeah.
But it's August 9th. Why the hell is anybody going back to school on August 9th?
I don't know. I heard some folks this morning, just kind of in the office area fussing about how early it was, and it's so early. It's so early. I don't know that it is early. I think that we just have in our mind that it's supposed to start like August 28th or something, but it hasn't in 20 years. So I don't know what I don't know. It's kind of a mind-boggling thing.
So I'm told we may have some technical issues going on here. One, the smart guy on the podcast is not with us right now, and I'm told that one of us isn't showing up on the feed. So, Benny, you just keep talking. Let me troubleshoot here, okay?
No, we'll figure it out. So
you riff, do your thing, okay?
No, so I'm like I said, I don't get the whole being coming back early or school starting back early deal. I don't know. What I really want to get into is this. One of the things we're going to talk about on this show a lot is gambling. We are degenerate gamblers. I am a self-proclaimed degenerate gambler. So you want to play poker, I'm in. You want to play blackjack, I'm in. You want to throw the dice, I'm in. You want to bet on sports, I'm in. I mean, I don't even really need to have a whole lot of knowledge on a certain topic or a sporting event. I'll bet on it just to make it more interesting. So in the group, we had a small wager.
Okay, I'm in. I want to, if I can, I want to tee this up. Okay.
Yeah. Well, this was all you're doing. So this is your idea. You're doing. You tee it up, and I'll tell you what's going down.
So, like Benny said, we're gamblers at heart. I'm less of a gambler. I'm really more of the bookmaker. I'm less the gambler.
Exactly. And the instigator.
I'm a mix of Don King. Like, I'm Don King meets a bookie. That's me. Okay. So we had something unfold last week, which is the exact reason why we made this damn podcast, right? Yes. The story unfolds. It is a story made for podcast.
Yes, absolutely.
So last Thursday, football is back. We have the shitty Hall of Fame game last Thursday.
Terrible. I mean, the Jets and the Browns.
Terrible. So I go to our group chat for our league that matters, that we reference often on the podcast. And I know the answer to the question, but I throw it out there anyway. I'm like, hey, Hall of Fame game. Who the hell bets on the Hall of Fame game?
And I immediately respond and say, I'll take the Browns plus the 1.5.
I want the
Browns. Knew the line.
I want the Browns in the 1.5. And Bobbo, God love him, is like, oh God, yeah, I'll take the Jets. Jets at 1.5. Jets minus 1.5. And I'm like, okay, cool. You guys want to bet? What are we betting? And Bobbo's like, well, let's keep it friendly, right? This is preseason, so
preseason Hall of Fame game. Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa! We're not doing a friendly $50, right? I said, I lost more than $50 in the parking lot earlier. We are not betting $50. We have to make this meaningful.
Well, one of the things that's crazy about growing up. When you grow up, you have grown-up jobs, and then whenever you have grown-up jobs, you get grown-up money, and then you can do stupid grown-up things. Like, I mean, think back in my, peak start of my gambling career, but I mean, I would have done anything for $50. $50 bet. That was a big bet for me.
Sure.
But the times have changed.
Time to change, right? So I'm on a mission because we have people in our group that like to bully with their bets. Like, so, like if you're having an argument, like you're on two different sides, like, oh, you want to bet? You want to lay some money on it? And they try to, because if you say, no, I don't want to bet, like, oh, see, I'm right because you don't want to bet. Right.
It's very junior high-ish, but it works.
I'm trying to enforce, hey, no more bullshit bets, no more $50 bets. I said, let's make it meaningful. So I said, how about this? How about the loser has to run the 40-yard dash? Okay. 5 times in the heat. And I get Benny and Bob to agree to that. And I say, wait, 5 50-yard dashes in the heat after you eat a pizza. Okay. Then there's some back and forth. This takes
full size. It had to be a medium pizza. Pizza.
So we have some back and forth. This takes really longer than it should to hash out. And we arrive on 5 50-yard dashes after eating a medium thin crust Domino's pizza. Domino's, if you want to hit us up with a sponsorship, DM me. We'll get you guys worked into the podcast.
And the way that worked out, by the way, is Bob researched the lightest medium pizza.
Yeah, credit to Bob. Credit to Bob.
So I mean, he did a little research and comes out. You know, the medium Domino's thin crust, as far as toppings and bread wise, is the lightest in terms of weight pizza on the market. So continue.
That's right. So we are 5 40-yard dashes after consuming a medium thin crust cheese Domino's pizza.
Yes.
And then Bob mentions, well, you know, I'll just walk the 40-yard dashes.
No.
So then we have some more back and forth, like, okay, well, you have to do it in under 7 seconds for it to count. And then, you know, Bob's got little bitty short midget legs. So we decided that wasn't fair. So we went to 8 seconds. So now the bet is 5 50-yard dashes. Each of them have to be under 8 seconds to count. If it's not under 8 seconds, then you have to repeat it. You do all of this after consuming a medium thin crust cheese Domino's pizza. Everybody's good. Everybody's good.
Squared away.
Everybody's good. We are 2 hours into the negotiation by now, right? We have been I've been mediating this effing bet for 2 hours now, and we finally agreed to that. And then I'm like, oh, and you got to do it topless. You got to eat topless. You got to run topless, which isn't a big
NFL Combine style.
Yeah, NFL Combine, like in your tighties, right? You know, which isn't a big deal for Benny because, as we've discussed before, Benny's on steroids, right? So Benny's all, give us one of these, Benny. Give us one of these, baby. Show us the guns. Show us the guns.
I don't do steroids.
Show me the guns.
Continue.
Benny, show me the guns. Anyway, so Benny does curls for the girls, so not a big deal for him. Bobbo's built like me, right? And so that took a little more back and forth. And then finally, we agreed. 5 50-yard dashes, all under 8 seconds. After consuming a medium cheese Domino's thin crust pizza, all the while topless. Okay.
Yes.
All right. We have this long list, right? Because if we haven't covered it before, the group is full of loopholes.
Everybody loves the loophole. I will find a loophole. I promise.
We love a great loophole. Okay?
Love it.
Right. So if I was good with technology, I would actually show you the list that we had of our rules for the bet.
It was on our socials. We posted on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Guys, check it out. We're going to add some more pictures and video as well.
Here we go. We're back. There's Benny. Kind of Benny.
Yep, I'm back.
Benny, are you with me, Ben?
I'm back.
Hello.
I'm back, brother.
We're back.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know either. One of our feeds shit the bed. Anyway, we're back. Okay, so we have our long list of rules. We're good to go.
Which we're going to post this. I don't know if you guys caught that or not.
We'll put this. I've lost Benny again. Anyway, I'll keep going. Benny will catch up. So we've got this long list of rules. We're good to go. But then one party to the bet says, "Oh, by the way, I don't want any of this posted to socials. I don't.
Homie socials.
You know, I'm a homie. I do not want this posted to a homie's social." So Benny and I, obviously, we agree to that, right? We won't post it to a homie social, but we will post it to a BBBD social. Okay,
that's right. This podcast is not directly affiliated with the homies.
That's right. This is not a homie broadcast. The BBBD socials are not homie socials, right? We're good. We have our loophole, right? Because we're going to video the hell out of this thing, and we're going to post the hell out of this thing. We're good to
Absolutely.
go. This all starts at 7:30, and 7:30 in the morning. We finally get this laid to bed at noon, okay? And we're good to go. And then we go into game time, right? So finally we get through the day. We got kickoff. Football is back. The shittiest football game ever is going on. Benny,
so Kellen Mond was horrible. They should have cut him. I mean, the Browns probably should have cut him after that game. Continue.
No, I mean, so describe the bet again. Go back to the line that you've bet.
Yeah, so I've got the Browns plus 1.5. So I need the Browns to not lose. I need the Browns to not lose by 2 or more, or they can win it straight up. 20-19, I win the bet. 21-20, I win the bet. 10-9, I win the bet. 13-10, I lose the bet. So I needed the Browns. Bet, right? I needed the Browns straight up, or I needed them plus the 1.5, which got both.
Bobbo just needs the Jets to win by 2 points, right?
Correct.
That's all he needs.
And it's 16-0 at halftime, right?
Jets
13, right? 13-0. 13-0 at halftime.
Jets all over the Browns. First half is all Jets, right? So it's not looking good for you. You are in our group chat. You are radio silent, right?
Not saying a word. No.
Yeah, we do not know. Bobbo's gloating. You are nowhere to be found in the group chat. And me, I'm Don King in the middle, just enjoying the drama, right? I'm having a good time because I don't give a shit who. So I've got it planned out. I'm going to create drama no matter who wins or loses. I don't really care, right? Because we actually had a built-in loophole for you to where you didn't have to fulfill the bet either because you never actually agreed to terms.
That's right. I never said I accept these terms. I never said, yes, right. I'm good with it. Those words never came out of my mouth. So
that's right.
I had that built-in loophole.
You sent a GIF. You never agreed to terms. Right. So 100%. Like if you lost the bet, we had a loophole for you to create drama. With Bobbo winning, we had our own loophole. Anyway,
that's right.
Proceed.
And so the Browns come back in the second half, get a couple of turnovers on defense, end up winning the ball game. Okay, it comes down to a 4th and 10 from the 20 or so. Browns get a pick, ice it, win the deal. So of course I'm ecstatic now because I've won, and we want to see this go down. So Bob tells the group, he says it's no big deal. I've already been training anyway. Like he says that. He says I've already been running 40s. I've already know my time. I already know what I'm going to run. It's not even a big deal. I said, oh, okay.
Not a big deal.
No, he said, I'm going to do it Sunday. Yeah, this is Thursday. He said, I'm doing it Sunday. Sunday, I'm doing it. Okay. So Saturday comes around. We go down. Everybody kind of does their weekend thing. Last weekend before school starts. Go down with some friends of ours down to the lake. Shout out the Reed Rope Horses. And I get,
which is weird because you hate the lake, by the way.
Anyway, no, I'm not a fan. I'm just not a fan.
You hate the lake.
But anyway, I get a FaceTime call at about 7:30 in the evening, and it's our group, and so I'm like, okay, so I answer it, and what do I see? But nothing but our poor, portly loser Bobbo with no shirt on his back patio with our dear friend Dane on the video, and they've got him eating his pizza, and so he goes live. To us via FaceTime, as was decided, and starts eating the pizza. And
what do we do? What do we do as soon as he starts eating? What do we do?
Immediately start laughing.
We start screen recording, right?
Yes, exactly.
Well, no, we screen record.
Absolutely,
right? Because we are recording everything we can.
Everything is going. We talked Carissa into videoing on the backside, which you guys are going to see this video too. It was good. We had it planned out. And so Bob takes the loophole of having an hour to eat the pizza and puts it to the test. He
Thank
eats
you.
7/8 of that pizza in 20 minutes. And then for the next 40 minutes, he walks around on his back porch. He flexes. He certainly didn't stretch. We're goading him, saying, dude, you're going to keep boring me to death on FaceTime for 40 minutes. So we finally get him to do it. The time expires. He eats the last pizza.
Yeah,
During that time,
we are 58 minutes in.
Yes, we are. We are down to
the last
11th
tiny
hour.
square.
Yes,
we're 58 minutes in, right? Because
he's got everything roped off in his
piece of the
yard.
bet. Yes,
40 yards, ready to go. We got Z on one end with a stopwatch. We got Danes on the other end with the video. First move, Bobbo, boom, they hit him. Hit the timer. Here he goes. Takes off. He gets to about the 20-yard mark, and I'm telling you, at the time, and we've got the video. We're going to post it. But at the time, I thought he was gliding. Like, it looked like he was just, it looked like he was built to run. Oh, you don't think so?
I think gliding is very generous.
It's we'll let the jury's out. We'll let them decide.
We'll put a vote out. Okay.
So at about the 30-yard mark, we hear a screech, and you kind of see his neck and head kind of pop up, right? So he gets through, timed it. What was he, 7.6, 7.65, something like that, which is
very close to 8.
Like Tyreek Hill could go down and 3/4 of the way back before Bobbo finished. But he gets down there and immediately grabs the left hammy. That's all the left hammy. He's limping. He's walking it off. We got Dane was colluding with Robert this entire time. He was in full of collusion. He's in on the bet. And so
he's on the bet. Yep.
Yeah, he's coaching and Bobbo up. Oh man, he's hurt. He's hurt, guys. He flips the FaceTime around, face himself, tries to give himself more credibility. Oh, he's hurt. I said, no, he's not hurt. Get his ass back on the line. Is exactly what we said. And so he goes back to the line and he goes, I don't know if I can do it. I don't think I can do it. Like, get it done. And so he goes to push off of his left leg after he takes a step and just, you can hear, it's almost like he's dying.
And left how many yards? How many yards in are we
in? This is 2 steps. We're
not even. So we've ran 40 yards, right?
Plus
we've ran 42 yards.
Yeah.
40 yards plus 2 steps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he comes up lane. And again, here we are. We've been on this FaceTime call for now well over an hour. Everybody's bored to tears. I'm at the lake. I've had numerous beers on the day. I've actually sobered up just sitting there watching this nonsense. And then he runs. And so me being and being generous and being kind and being empathetic and all those things that I am.
Right. All your best
all
qualities.
My best qualities, abundance of qualities that I have.
Yes.
I say, Bob, we're going to let you out of the bet if Dane can line up right now in his Crocs and run a 40 faster than 8 seconds. And Dane, because again, he's in on this. Yeah, he's in on this the entire time. He is colluded with Robert the entire time. And so he steps up, runs the 40, and I'm like a 7 flat. He did look pretty good running.
Yeah, he's like 6'4", right?
He gets it done. We have a good laugh about it, and I wiped the bet clean, so I let him have it. And then as I was sitting there thinking and doing some searching, I get to thinking that we might have been played. I'm really thinking that we might have been played, and so we go to the tape, we go to the screen records, we go to the Snapchats, we go to all these different things, of all this video evidence that we have. And it turns out we got played. Homie did not hurt a hamstring. It's the greatest pitiful acting job you'll ever see in your life. In fact, I told him at one point, I hope he has to have surgery. If you're hurt, I hope it detached from the bone. I hope you have to have surgery.
Well, we asked for proof, right? So we asked for
a
pictures
bruise.
of the bruising.
Show me the bruise. Yeah, not
anything.
Something. Nothing.
But we got nothing. Hello, Chatty.
I didn't want to interrupt. Can you guys hear me okay?
We can hear you great, brother.
Okay.
You sound great.
I got a new computer and trying to get this thing hooked up and going. I'm having some technical difficulties over here.
Oh, it's fine.
But,
we had something to start with too.
what do you want to add to that, Chad? Because you're not much of a gambler, you
I'm
know,
not.
but you were there and you hate Bob, and so you obviously wanted to see him in pain. So what else you got to add to that?
What I thought was funny is this whole thing about how I wanted you to win. And your wonderful wife was like, "Oh, you're so sweet. Of course you want it." No, she just doesn't understand. I hate Bob. You know, Benny is family, but
That's right.
my hatred for Bob runs deeper than anything else. So yeah, I wanted to see him fall. I hoped he was hurt worse than he was. Now I will say the picture of the alleged hurt point of the run is glorious.
So
Yes.
the one on our TikTok, right? The one we put on
Yes.
TikTok and Facebook.
Have you guys put it up here tonight?
No, we
I
haven't
can't figure out
yet.
how to do it.
Okay, I'll work on that while we're talking. But
I'm too inept to post it here, but I
God,
wish
it's
you would.
glorious.
I mean, I wish you would
absolutely
put.
glorious.
Yes, it's so good, and the video of him where he comes up lame, it's all so good.
And
It's
you know,
so
and
good.
then
I mean, it's
and my wife poking fun
so
at
here's
him
the
on
thing.
Facebook.
Right?
Was
Yeah.
So he
fantastic.
cucked us.
Everyone.
He cucked us, right? He cucked us. He cucked all of us. And so
I mean, are you
was
guys
of the
like
mindset,
100%
I didn't
sure
want to
about
mention
it, by
his
the way?
name. Like, so I put something about redacted on Twitter. Like, I didn't want to acknowledge his existence anymore, right? Because
I mean,
he made a bet. His ass wrote a check, or his mouth wrote a check. His ass couldn't cash,
or his
and
hamstring couldn't cash, I guess.
Is technically his hamstring. I didn't want to acknowledge he existed anymore because we have. So we've talked about the listener league before, right? We have somebody that desperately wants to be in the listener league, and they have offered up to do the Pizza Dash challenge for us on video. And I am highly confident that this person will be able to complete it.
Oh
for
yeah,
us.
absolutely. I mean, was ready to go, ready to
ready
go
to
at a
go.
moment's notice.
Put it on video, like no stipulations. They won the league that bad, you know. So
Yeah, he's ready to go.
I'm leaving Bobbo and his lame challenge behind, and we've got our new Pizza Dash challenge, and we will. We hope to have the video this time. If you're listening, dude, get it done. If you want a listener league, we need to see the video of it. And we'll talk about that next week. We'll show the video of that if we can figure out the technology.
It's kind of sparked some interest on me. You know, we're going to do some stuff during the football season. I'm going to do a little segment called Benny Bets. We're going to bet on college games, NFL games. I want to do some exotic bets like this.
Absolutely,
guys listening.
I want to move to
people
only
chime
this.
in.
Yes.
I mean,
Agreed,
throw
Chad.
a bet out there with us. We'll pick a line, and we'll do the same thing. We'll eat hot dogs. We'll drink chocolate milk till we puke. We'll do. I mean, just you name it. I mean, we'll do it. We'll set it up. Tony will negotiate the terms. We'll get it done.
That's right.
And it'll
Don
be fun.
King will make that happen.
That's right.
You know, I do have that one like Dorito challenge that we still need to do, like that ghost pepper Dorito.
Yes, the ghost
thing.
pepper. Yeah.
Oh,
there it is.
When it created a PDF, it made it small. I apologize.
We're
So one thing that's not small there is his
it's
belly,
it's actually to scale right now, so that's fine, Chad.
it's pretty close. Yeah,
This is scaled perfectly.
if you lay him on his back, he's as tall as he is standing up. It's crazy.
So we will post this as well as the video to the Facebook and the TikToks and the social pages.
If you haven't seen Benny's TikTok from 5 o'clock earlier, it's brilliant. Go to our TikTok, Booze and Balls. We also have it all over Facebook. It's on Twitter at Booze and Balls. Yeah, go look. Benny's
Benny's had a lot of fun with that thing.
Benny sent to me earlier, and my only response was a chef's kiss. That's all I could say. It was that good.
It was fantastic.
It was fantastic.
But that's good stuff. And Chad actually did make the motion. He made the motion in the group, said, hey, any bets going forward, there's no monetary value. It's got to be something.
No more bullshit $50 bets. No more.
It's perfect for me because I don't like to gamble. I just don't. I mean, it's just not my thing. But to do this, I mean, this is fun. To me, this is fun. This is stuff I will do. Like I would be a part of more of these things, if that makes sense, where I'm not a real big part of the gambling side of this group.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be fun. I definitely think it's going to be fun.
Perfect. And what I love is like this story encapsulates, it's throwing bad decisions. It's definitely ball.
Ever.
It's ball. It's football. And I think all of us were drinking during, so it was booze, right? So this was
we hit
This
everything.
is us.
Like
I
I said,
this is what we do.
this was a story tailor made.
There, I got a better one.
There we go. Look at
There
Now
it
you can
is.
really. So this is the only part of me
This is
that
the
thinks
moment of the alleged hamstring pull right here.
right here.
Now, so that's incredibly good acting. That's all that is. What that is
Chad, do
is
you have the video too? Can you get the video up? Because
Did you send the video?
that is
it's
him
gone.
laughing. He's not in pain right there. He's laughing because he knew that he pulled one over on us. He got me. I mean, he caught me at a bad moment, caught me at a weak moment, and he's like, I got him. I mean, all I had to do was fake this injury, and I got him. So,
Well, he did.
Bobbo,
he did a good
tip the
job.
hat. You savor the flavor. That's all I can say. Savor the flavor. It'll never happen again. Next time, I'll make you army crawl them. I mean, we will get them done.
Yeah, he
So
could
what I love
have
about this,
done
I've said it
something there.
right. We often have things like this happen, right? Whether it's some like we have trade debacles, we have collusion in the league. I mean, we have things like this that are tailor made for the podcast, and like this was a gift for us all.
Yes.
Oh, do we have video here?
So here we go. Here
This
we
is
go.
the
Oh,
second run. This is attempting
this
the second
is-
run.
Oh, Chatty.
This is the video. This is attempting the second run.
Oh, did you see him shake his head at the end? Oh, I just can't pull through. Oh, I just can't pull through.
Actually, you guys need to see it one more time.
He played us.
It
He
doesn't
played
get
us.
better than that.
He played.
Well done, Bobby.
He played it.
Look at the cameraman.
Oh,
And,
he
hey, look at that athletic
Carissa, I love
specimen
Carissa
there.
narrating for us. It's awesome.
Cargo pants, cargo short pants, and Crocs, and he throws out a 7 flat forward. I mean, that's an athlete if I've
He
ever
probably
heard.
had his wife's everything in his pockets. I mean, that's what cargo pants are good for. He had
Absolutely.
everything in her purse was in his pockets. All right,
Absolutely.
last time. It's just so great. So great.
One more time. One
Oh,
more
you
time.
want one more? All right, I got one more.
One more, please.
We need to make that into a GIF or a GIF or whatever you say. Just that little ow you think he's got going on.
I mean, he's
Oh my ass! Oh my ass!
shakes his head. I can't do it.
Like he is
The whole time he's laughing. He's laughing at us the entire time.
Ah, it's great. I don't care if it was real, not real. It was as fun as it gets to watch.
Absolutely.
Same here.
All right, so
All right,
let's switch gears.
So 30 minutes is all I'm going to give to Bob. That's all he gets.
And,
Let's
and
switch
another
gears.
stipulation, since he lied to us, he can never be on the show again, right?
I don't know. I mean, we might want to bring him
Never.
on.
That's my hatred
Never.
of Bob popping up again.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So
All
we
right.
did
Now we're
a couple
switching
weeks
gears here.
ago. A couple weeks ago, we did our picks for the AFC, which we're going to post those as well.
No, we're
we
not.
didn't
I made
have-
them like a week and a half ago.
Yeah, we'll get them. We'll get them up. Playoff picks, divisional picks. Did it for the AFC, so we're going to run through and do it for the NFC tonight and talk about
Difficulties?
some
You're
playoff predictions, things like that. So let's chatty. Where you want to start? What division?
Well, we're going to do NFC East last for
Okay,
sure.
let's do the East last. Yeah, because we're all Cowboy homers. I got a lot I got to say on that. So let's go to the North. Go to the NFC North. So I'll kick it off. I think this is a trash division, especially with
terrible.
Aaron Rodgers, Bolton, finally. Jordan Love is not any good, despite what the Packer fans want you to think he's not any good. If he was any good, he's not any good. Our lovable Detroit Lions. We are closet Detroit Lion fans.
Absolutely.
Some of us are a little bit more out in the open
Absolutely.
than others. Some of us
Absolutely.
are a little more old school. We like to keep our fanhood private and in the privacy of our own home, and not try to force it upon your children and things like that. So
Dang.
then you have the Minnesota Vikings,
That's Benny right there, who's a diehard Cowboys fan with a Packers fan son.
and then you have the lovable loser Chicago Bears. So I'm gonna break this down first through fourth. I like the Lions to win it. And I think that the Lions and the Vikings are very, very similar talent-wise.
Whoa.
Yeah, let me talk.
You're stealing my no. We went through the NFC a month ago, and you guys lampooned me for picking the Lions to win the North.
I
want some
because I had the
OG
Lions
credit
too.
here.
It's a different time.
Okay.
Give me the Lions. Okay? So I think that the
ago.
Lions and the Vikings are pretty close talent-wise. Obviously, Justin Jefferson is superstar, probably one of the better, if not the best receiver in the game right now. Kirk Cousins is just okay. And then I flip that to the Lions, and I think that Jared Goff is just okay. And I think that Amon-Ra Saint, whatever his name is, the Sun God, is just okay. But Dan Campbell is a good enough coach that they're going to run the football. They're going to play good defense. And I think the Lions will be in some games that they probably shouldn't be, and they're even going to win a few of them. So I like the Lions to win that division. Give me the Vikings to finish second, and then give me the other two are a toss-up. I think the Packers are just a touch better than the Bears, probably because they're a little bit better coached. So give me the Vikings, and then I don't think the Bears are very good at all. I think Justin Fields gets exposed this year. I just do not think they're very good. Yeah.
It's a big
so
year
give me the Lions, give me the Vikes, give me the Packers, give me the Bears, and I only like one playoff team from this division. So division champs getting in, and that's it.
I think I agree with you wholeheartedly here, except for that I think the Packers are going to go to the bottom. I think the Bears, big year for Justin Fields. I feel like he's going to be marginally better than he was last year, and I think that's enough to be better than the Packers. But we'll see. I mean, Jordan Love's the big question there, right?
Right.
So, AJ, what are you thinking?
So, I mean, we're all on the same page. Thank you, Benny, for jumping out.
This is the first time ever.
Chad's pick. Yeah. So I'm a full believer in Dan Campbell. I love Dan Campbell. I love that offense. Hate their defense, but hopefully they've shored up some there. But in a trash division, give me the Lions at the top. And then this is probably where we differ. I think this is a much better Chicago team this year. So Chicago second. And then the last two are a toss-up. I'm not a believer in the Vikings. I'm probably more a believer in the Green Bay. So give me Green Bay than the Vikings. Vikings finishing.
You got the Vikings finishing last in that division?
Yep, I do.
What
old switcheroo.
So what do you guys think gets? I mean, what wins that division? 9 wins. I mean, I think 9 wins probably gets it done. I mean, I don't
9 wins easily.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, win your divisional games at home, steal a couple, non-divisional games, and I think you're good. I think you get in at 9 wins there. Okay. So that you guys only have one team coming out of there too. One team in the playoffs coming out of there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's the division winners. That's it.
Yeah.
So then we're going to move on to the second trash division in the NFC South. Who wants to kick us off? AJ, go ahead.
Chad, take us away on the South.
Man, I'm torn on this one. So, and I told you guys a little earlier that I didn't get a chance to do. I kind of forgot we had a show tonight, so I didn't do a whole lot of research on this. But it's the Falcons and the Saints, right? It's one of those two teams. Falcons weren't great yet last year. Inject Bijan into everybody's veins, right? So they had a pretty good running game. They had a pretty good running game last year, but their quarterback is Desmond Ridder's. I mean, what's he going to be? With all that being said, Falcons win the division, Saints in second. I feel like the Buccaneers. I know I sound like a Baker Mayfield homer. I get it. I think the Buccaneers are going to be better than the Panthers. I don't know if the Buccaneers are going to be good enough to get past the Saints, and the Falcons and Saints probably come out and go to the playoffs.
Okay, so anyway, you got two coming out of that.
Yeah, I got two coming out of that one, Falcons and Saints.
I'm going to go I like the Saints. I think that they've done some nice things.
Defense.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they've done some nice things. They signed Anthony Barr just a couple of days ago, and we're all Cowboys homers. When the Cowboys signed him last year, I said, man, this is 5 years too late. But it was. But the guy played great. Started, I think I saw 8 or 9 games. He started, played a significant role for that defense. I like the Saints. I think that in a bad division, they're probably going to win that. Second team totally I like agree. There. Second, I like the Panthers. I know that's a shock. I know that's rookie QB. I know that it's supposed to be a rebuilding time for them, but I like the Panthers. I like what they're doing.
What's your predicted what do you think they're going to go? I mean, because when's the last time a rookie quarterback, Bryce Young, comes in? What's he going to do? 4, 5, 6 wins?
Yeah, maybe something like that. But I think it's a terrible division. I mean, I think
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you.
I think the Saints will go undefeated in the division. Actually, I don't think they'll lose a game, and I think that's why they win it. So I like the Panthers to finish second, and like you said, 6, 7 wins, maybe something like that. And then I like the Falcons. I think that they're going to do some nice things. I think the Falcons. I mean, obviously, I've been singing Bijan's praises since our very first show on this podcast, and so I think Bijan Robinson is going to be great. I think the Falcons are going to be just okay, and I think maybe a couple more pieces will get them over the edge next year. And then, guys, I'm an OU fan. I mean, I'm a Baker college football fan, 100%. But guys, he is not any good. I mean, he is
just not a professional.
He is just not a NFL quarterback. I mean, his hands are small. He can't see. He airmails. I mean, he has probably the best group of receivers that he's going to have in his entire career, with Mike Evans, probably a future Hall of Famer. Godwin's a stud. I mean, he's got some weapons, but man, I've seen training camp videos of this guy. I mean, he's not any good. He's just not.
There's a lot of smoke right now too that Kyle Trask may win that job out of training camp.
Yeah, I mean, Baker got benched not very long ago. So I mean, for the entire practice, I mean, he just, and I hate it. He was great at OU. I loved everything about him at OU. I loved his edge and his attitude and all those things going into Cleveland. But dude, when you talk that much, eventually you're going to have to try and back it up a little bit, and he just never has in the NFL.
His biggest thing, we've talked about this before, man. If he just wouldn't have played through the shoulder injury, if he wouldn't have tried to be the tough guy, I think his entire career arc is completely different.
I think so too. I think you shut it down that last year in Cleveland. You shut it down when you get hurt, and you see what happens. But
he's still in Cleveland because he wasn't terrible in Cleveland. I mean, he led them to the playoffs.
Yeah. They had the Chiefs beat. The Chiefs converted a 4th and 14, if you'll remember. I mean, it was and Mahomes wasn't even in the game. That's the crazy part. I mean, it just he
had a concussion, right?
Yep.
Was that what it was?
Or hip or something.
Something.
Yeah. But anyway, that I think another trash division, and I only like the Saints getting in. So division winner again.
So we've spent too much time on this. So real quick, in a trash division, give me the Saints with the defense. Then I think Atlanta's going to move the ball a ton, so probably finishing second, and then flip a coin between Tampa and Carolina. I have no idea. Right? They both stink. Right? So Baker ain't it. You've got aging skill positions. I love the run game in Tampa, but the O-line sucks. So probably give me Panthers and then Tampa. Tampa finishing last.
So you guys only have 2 guys. 2 teams so far in the playoffs, right? I've got 3.
Yep, I've got 2. Yep.
You've got 5 teams coming out of 2 divisions. Okay.
Yep. And I'll tell you how here in just a minute.
Because I'm looking at the NFC West right now, and I'm guessing that's next. And man, I mean, there's 2 teams, pretty easy teams that are going to come out of there.
Yeah.
I have a feeling you guys are going to pick. So AJ gets to lead this one, right?
So the West is the easiest one, right? So 49ers class of the division. They're easily number 1 playoff team. I'm a big believer in the Seahawks in the second spot there. They're going to run the damn ball. They're not going to make mistakes with Geno. Our league, a couple guys love Geno Smith.
Love Geno.
And I kind of do too, right? So he just goes out there. He knows his role. They have a great game plan that supports what he does. He's not going to screw up a bunch. So love what they do on offense. They'll play enough defense to finish second. They're not better than the Niners. Then you got LA, and at the very bottom, nobody's going to argue with, you got Arizona. Arizona's going to stink. Is going to stink this year, right?
We're going to have to
give me the Seahawks and 49ers going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay.
AJ, everything you said, I mean, I can't disagree with any of that stuff. Niners, definitely. I like the Niners to probably be the 1 seed in the NFC. McCaffrey, Kittle, that defense, they're going to be just fine. Brock Purdy's going to get that job. They're going to just roll just like they did last year. Hawks, Pete Carroll, as much as I hate him, you can never count the guy out. And like AJ said, he's going to run the ball, and they're going to play good defense, and that's a tough place to go play. People don't like going up there and playing because it's cold, it's wet, it's rainy. I think both of those teams get in the playoffs, and then the Rams are just slightly better. That is a old team. But I'll give it up to that fan base, and I'll give it up to that owner and that general manager, because How many times have we said, I would mortgage the next 25 years for the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl? And that's exactly what they did 2 years ago. So good for them. Who cares? Stafford got paid. McVay got paid. Everybody got paid, and they got a Super Bowl. Give me that, and I'll take another 25 years of misery. I don't care. So I like the Rams finished third, and then like everyone says, that Cardinals team is bad. They may win only 1 or 2 games.
Bad.
I mean, they could, depending on Kyler Murray when he comes back, they may rival Detroit a few years ago in that over category.
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah. I agree.
It all depends on how quick he comes back. Because when he comes back, I mean, he automatically makes them competitive. But absolutely. It all depends on when he comes back. But I totally agree. They could challenge the over.
Yep.
So I got 49ers, Seahawks, Rams, Cardinals. Same thing you guys have. The only reason I'm a little, what is Geno? Does he revert back to normal? I mean, does he come back to the field because last year was his best year ever, right?
Yeah.
Ever. And I just wonder how much he falls back if they miss the playoffs because maybe he's just not as good as he was last year. But
I don't think he's any good. I've never been a fan. I don't think he's ever been any good. But
he's the
Pete Carroll, he can just do it. I mean, the thing that made Geno Smith so good last year was the exact opposite of what makes Dak Prescott so bad. He doesn't force the issue. Geno's going to throw it. He'll airmail it out of bounds. He doesn't care. Dak thinks he's good enough to fit that in a window. And Geno just manages the game.
Since you brought it up.
Yeah.
Would you rather have – so how much does Geno make a year? How much does Geno make a year? 20 mil?
He just got a new deal. He signed this last year. I think he signed like a 3-year deal.
I mean, would you rather have a bus driver like Geno making 15, 20 mil a year or Dak making 40?
I knew which one would you rather that. I hate Dak. I hate him. He's definitely not worth 40. Give me Geno. Give me Geno at the discount and then pay Zach Martin. How about that? Give me Geno at the discount, pay Zach Martin, and let's roll.
Hey, Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
I agree. I think I would take Geno too. I'm tired of Dak. Dak, we know what he is. His rookie year was his best year because he did what Geno's doing.
You're exactly
because
right.
He didn't force it. Because he didn't try to do everything on his own. As soon as he became Mr. Thinks he's Brett Favre, thinks he's Aaron Rodgers, he's terrible. He throws 15 picks in 11 games last year or whatever it is. But
so
no,
I'm
done with
that's
that.
Him? How much of that was him? How much of that was Kellen Moore?
I think a lot of it was him. I think Kellen Moore was a scapegoat, and I think he's Jerry Jones' scapegoat in this deal because he doesn't want to blame Dak. I think a lot of it's Dak. I think we're going to find out more this year. Kellen Moore doesn't go from being a serviceable – because we all – I know we made fun of him. He was a serviceable OC. And then all of a sudden he's terrible.
Man. I mean, he got
all of a sudden he's
terrible coaching interviews. Allegedly was offered that Panthers job and turned it down, So I mean
he didn't go to terrible overnight. Dak is just not. He thinks he's better than he is, and his teammates don't respect him. I know we're about to go into the Cowboys. His teammates don't respect him. We just saw the video of Diggs telling him to shut up.
Diggs got him twice again today. Picked him off twice again today.
How many star franchise quarterbacks get told to shut up by defensive players? I would guess the number is very low. I bet Aaron Rodgers has never been told to shut up.
0. No,
and if he did,
he should be told to shut up a lot.
Maybe so, but I bet Brett Favre wasn't ever told that.
No,
I bet Matt Stafford isn't told that. But by God, Dak got told it, and he got told it in front of everybody.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Well, all right. So let's move into the NFC East. We're gonna have a lot to talk about here. I'm gonna kind of I'll tee it up and jump off, and then we can break it down further, kind of team by team, because I like 3 teams coming out of this division to get into the playoffs, which I think it's going to be tight. I think this division is going to beat each other up. We haven't had a repeat winner in 19 years, guys. 19 years. It's not going to happen this year. The Cowboys are winning this division. Cowboys are going to win the division because of their non-conference schedule. That Eagles schedule is brutal. I like the Eagles to finish second. I think Jalen Hurts slides back a little bit this year. I think that's probably true, I think he kind of gets a little bit of the.
If you feel like that, trade him to me.
I think he kind of gets a little bit of the Super Bowl runner-up slump. Those teams historically have struggled as well. So give me the Eagles to finish second, and then I like the Giants like a game behind them. I think Brian Dable is a fantastic coach. Getting Saquon to sign, that's going to help them a bunch. Danny Dimes, another guy that just don't screw up, And I think the Giants get in, and then that Commanders or Redskins or whatever they're going to change their names back to, that's a dumpster fire. They're finishing last.
But hold on, wait. Dumpster fire. What do you think Eric Bieniemy does there?
Nothing.
Nothing.
You don't think he brings a little bit of accountability?
No.
And a little bit of toughness?
No.
I think
they're already on him
he
for
did nothing in Kansas City. I think he does nothing in Washington.
That's exactly right.
Andy
Reid's the brain.
Andy did everything. That's right.
Andy Reid is the brain there, and everyone knew it. And that's why Eric Bieniemy got how many job interviews did he get for head coaches? I mean, head coaching jobs, he probably did 10 interviews. No one wanted him. And then, of course, everybody on the mainstream media, oh, well, it's a racial thing. It's Eric Bieniemy. It's blah, 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 blah. It's he only wants to work for Andy Reid, blah, blah. He's the head coach in waiting, blah, blah, blah. No, he's not. He wasn't the guy. He wasn't the guy. And you're going to find that out because Patrick Mahomes makes you a good offensive coordinator. Just like Peyton Manning made Adam Gase a good offensive coordinator. Just like Aaron Rodgers makes Nathaniel Hackett a good offensive coordinator. When you have Hall of Fame quarterbacks, your job is pretty easy. You just kind of let them go.
Everything is easier. So run that back for me, Benny. So number 1, Cows.
I got the Cowboys 1, Eagles 2, Giants 3, all making the playoffs. And I like the Redskins or the Commanders or the Red Hawks or whatever.
The Warriors. I saw somebody posted earlier that Warriors would be pretty cool. That'd be
so
all right. I wish it would go back to Redskins,
there's,
but I also want to be appropriate. I don't know.
There's fans want them to go back to Redskins.
Yeah. There's a big some sort of businessman there in the Baltimore area that has purchased the trademark rights to like the top 50 alleged names that they could potentially be changing.
Brilliant.
To. So yeah. So I mean, I hope that it's one of them just so that dude can get paid. So
yeah, smart man.
So Benny, I agree with you that there are 3 teams from the East that make the playoffs. And I agree with you that the Redskins finished dead ass last in the division. We differ a little bit on the ordering. So I think the Eagles. I mean, I'm a Jalen Hurts believer. I'm a believer in that offense. I'm a believer in the defense, both sides of the ball, the coaching, the front office. They just do everything well. They finished first in the division. Eagles. Second in the division, the Giants.
Oh my!
And then our beloved Cows behind the hapless leadership of Dak Prescott finished third in division.
No,
I do.
Really?
Yeah, I do, man. I don't think so. I mean, I think our defense will be lights out this year. Obviously,
that defense is going to be excellent.
I mean, defense is amazing. Oh, Reed walks in the room and Reed is pissed off at me now. Yeah, he is not happy with that. But I think our
best defense in the league.
It is best defense in the league, Reed. You're right. But our offense is putrid this year.
No, it's not.
Dak sucks. CD is great.
He doesn't suck. He's top 15. Top 15.
Yeah, cool. Top 15. Top 15.
Tony Pollard's top 10.
No,
top 15.
Tony Pollard.
Brandon Cooks. CD's going to finish top 5 in fantasy this year.
Reed. Top 15 is a mediocre quarterback.
Is a healthy Michael Gallup.
Top 15 is thank you. Is top. So
top 15 is a medium quarterback.
Top 15 is mediocre.
And here's the thing.
And trust me. And here's the thing. I don't think Benny. I hate to break it to you. Tony Pollard can't shoulder the load. Tony Pollard is the perfect complementary back. He cannot shoulder the load. And
he's
the rest
be
of
a
our
stud for 10 weeks.
Yes.
And the rest of our running back room stinks.
Okay.
I mean,
so,
unless you think Deuce is the answer, unless you think Deuce can help toast the rock.
I think Kareem Hunt may end up in Dallas, by the way.
You think the Giants
I think it's possible.
Ravens left the room.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, who
our
knows? You know,
is putrid.
I don't think it's that bad, and here's why. I'm sorry. One more thing. Okay, one more thing. Right. So we all agree Dak stinks. Dak is especially bad when you need him in clutch circumstances, right? So we're going to be in these low-scoring ball games because our defense is that fucking good, by the way. Our defense is amazing. So it's going to be low-scoring games where we need a clutch drive out of Dak, and Dak can't get it done. Dak has no running game. Sure, Dak has CD running all over the field.
Cowboys are better than you.
I want to argue with you, but I can't because he has shown that and shown that and shown that and shown that time and time again.
Right.
So
how many times last season did we watch him at the end of the game and we needed a little bit out of him and couldn't get it?
Yeah. San Francisco game. I mean, all he has to do is not throw 2 picks as San Francisco Cowboys go to the NFC Championship game. It's 100% true. I mean,
but hold on, wait.
Don't throw 2 picks.
Listen, is that maybe a blessing? Because we don't go to the NFC Championship game, so Jerry Jones says, "Listen, we got to change some stuff." Now,
okay, and then what? Then what?
Okay, but I've read a bunch about how this is a banner year for Dak, right? This is a very important year. He's a $40 million quarterback this year. What's his is next year the year we can get out of that? Is that where we start seeing the break? I didn't know.
There's a player option after next year.
No team
we're about
option.
To extend them, right? We're about to free up some cap space.
That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. They're saying they're gonna extend them, free up some cap, get them a big signing bonus. I don't know. Here's the thing.
I think you guys both are right, by the way.
I agree with what you just said, Chad, because if this everyone knows this is NFC Championship game or bust. Then you fire Mike McCarthy. Okay, then what? Then what?
Yeah, I don't know what we do then.
You hire Dan Quinn? I think that's what Jerry does. I think Jerry hires Dan Quinn. Okay,
but
then
is Dan Quinn a great head coach?
Mistake. Let Dan Quinn coach defense.
But that's what I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you,
we're going to hire Lincoln Riley. That's what's going to happen.
No, I think I don't think so. But I think I'm telling you, we're a decade down the road of then what's, because you fire McCarthy, then what? Dan Quinn. Okay, so now you got to go to an offensive coordinator. Okay, so you're going to go get somebody to fit Dak, or are you going to go get somebody to build a new offense that doesn't jive with Dak? And then what? Do you draft a quarterback? Do you try to sign someone in free agency? Do you try to – I mean, here's the thing. I would give up 4 first-rounders and a handful of seconds to get Burrow or to get Justin Herbert or get somebody like that. But those teams are not – this in the 90s. They're not going to deal and do those things. So, I mean, it just – to me, I agree with what you're saying. It's NFC Championship game or bust. But if it busts, then we're still sitting here 15 years later talking about why we're still not winning a Super Bowl.
I'm going to tell you, it's going to bust.
So to be
Cowboys
clear,
are going to win. I think Cowboys are going to win the division, and I think the Giants are second, Eagles are third. Everything I agree with both.
Eagles are third.
Because I watched Jalen at OU. I watched him. I watched him last year. He was unconventional. He was Lamar-ish. He beat you with both his legs but defenses in the NFL are smart. Usually, you get 1 year of being unconventional, and then they figure you out.
Yeah.
So I think he comes back. I think the Giants and Eagles are the same team. I think they're both going to be pretty close to the same, which is basically what you said. One game's going to separate them. Cowboys are going to win based on, I think they're better, but I think Dak is not going to we're going to lose in the first round of the playoffs. We're not going to get a bye. We're going to be somewhere in that area. We get a home game, and the 49ers are going to get the bye or whatever.
Yeah.
And we're going to lose first round of the playoffs. And to Benny's point, then what? What are we going to do then? We won the division and we made the playoffs. Do we fire Mike McCarthy after that?
Yeah, I think McCarthy's gone. They lose in the first round, McCarthy's gone. He is gone. Because he has no more excuses.
I think that's the feeling, but I think you're exactly right. If we don't go get Lincoln Riley, if we fire him and don't go get Lincoln Riley, Dan Quinn has proven he's not an NFL coach.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, he's proven
right.
So
right. We've been on the road before. He can't do it.
I mean, is it Kellen Moore? He goes to the Chargers and does an amazing job of bringing him back. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Who is it?
I know.
You're right, man. There is no one. There's no name that's right there besides Lincoln Riley.
I mean, Sean Payton, obviously, but I mean, they're not going to let him go in Denver now. I mean, that's the thing. The Waltons have more money than Jerry Jones does. They're not going to let him go there. I mean, can you get could you get a Kyle Shanahan to leave San Francisco? No, you're not going to get that. No. Can you get
is it
Brian Dable to leave the Giants? No.
Is it a Harbaugh? Michigan Harbaugh?
I wouldn't want that. I can tell you that. I wouldn't want it.
He clearly.
How about this?
He clearly did a good job in San Francisco. He just rubbed everybody the wrong way.
Yeah, he did.
2 words: Lane Kiffin.
No, Joey Freshwater. He's got to stay in college. He loves him co-eds. He don't. He don't.
Right.
Yeah, he's not.
But I think Lane is a brilliant offensive coach. But what has he done?
Nothing.
What has he done?
His social media game is on point.
It's very.
He wins.
That's why he's a good recruiter. That's why he's a good recruiter. I mean, absolutely.
He's Sarkisian. Yeah. I mean, he wins 9-10. Steve's never won more than 9 games, but he's not going to be anything. He can't come back to the NFL. No. I don't know who it is. I mean, saying that, I don't have a clue.
So AJ brought up
to be wrong.
Go ahead.
So I want to be wrong about the Cowboys. I desperately I have no ego here. I don't want to be right, but that's how I see our season going. Right.
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong. Right. I hope we're doing this in December, and you guys are like, Stupid Tony.
dummy.
We won 12
Yeah.
games. What a dumbass. I would love for that to happen. I
Yeah.
don't think it is.
Hey, I'm going to tell you what. I think there's a chance we win 12, 13, 14 games. And maybe we get a first round bye, but lose our first playoff game. You know, I just don't
when
think
we
we're
went through the schedules and the Vegas over unders earlier in the summer. I mean, I had them at 12. I got them at 12 wins, which may be high, but I agree, Chad. I think their schedule is really soft. And you know, I mean, we're all obviously pretty high on the 49ers, but I mean, sophomore slump for Purdy. You know, who knows? Who knows what could happen? So
that's true. You know, I forget about that. I forget that it's Purdy and his yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, I have those same three coming out of the playoffs because I have Seattle not making it. So I have the Niners being the only one there, and then so we're pretty close.
So one thing I want to talk about.
So Dane in the Dane in the comments. You got to rewind, bro. We already talked about the Lions.
Yeah, we already talked about the Lions.
You actually have to watch the whole show.
Yeah.
Whole show.
Chime in when it's convenient for you.
Hey, Dane. By the way, division champ Lions.
AJ brought up a name, and I'm tired of this name. I'm sick of this name. I don't want to see this name again. If I see this name on the field in a meaningful snap in a meaningful game, I'm probably going to snap. Deuce Vaughn.
Oh, Deuce Vaughn, baby.
I am so sick of Deuce Vaughn. Okay,
RB2 Deuce Vaughn.
Love the story. It's a great story.
I am efforting bigly to get Deuce Vaughn on the show.
Listen, he's the only man that can make Bobbo look tall. I mean, like, good.
Okay,
grief.
so I love the story. Jerry Jones goes to his dad, who's worked in the organization for years. Hey, come in here to the war room. We're going to pick somebody, old boy. Come on in here, you know. And Jerry calls out Deuce Vaughn and gets him in there. There's a hug. The dad, you know, they make it. The kid made it, whatever. Great story. Love it. Love everything about it. Love the father-son moment. Love it all, okay? What I hate is seeing a 5'6", 155-pound back getting reps at a camp for the Dallas Cowboys. He is not Darren Sproles. Get that completely as far out of your mind as you possibly can. He's not Darren Sproles. He is Wish.com, Darren Sproles. It's so bad. And every Twitter highlight I see, it's Deuce Vaughn in no pads, running against air, and you have 5 defensive players tapping him where they would make the tackle, and then he jukes and darts off to the corner of the end zone. And it's just, look at the moves, look at the speed, look at him being tackled 5 times at least in the backfield. I'm done with Deuce Vaughn. If I see Deuce Vaughn in a meaningful snap in a meaningful game for the Cowboys, that literally might push me over the edge.
So
it's going to
happen.
happen.
What do we do? Benny, what do we do then? Right. So
we
need an RB2. We need an RB2.
Go get somebody. I think Ronald Jones is fine, but he's suspended.
He stinks.
They probably need to cut him.
Stinks on ice.
He does. They probably need to cut him.
Rojo sucks.
There's a mountain of talent out there that you can go and get.
So we got Zeke out
white
there.
Dude? Is it the white dude?
Dalvin out there.
Is it the white dude? Is he our RB2?
You got Dalvin Cook, who's still out there, who I don't think is going to sign with the Cowboys. I think he probably ends up in New York.
We can't pay him. We can't pay him.
I'll tell you who I want. Go get Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette's sitting on the couch too. Go get him.
Oh, absolutely.
Go get Leonard Fournette.
Fat Lenny.
Oh,
Go
forgot
get
about Fat Lenny. Yeah,
Kareem Hunt. I mean, there are backs out there that can complement Tony Pollard. And I can't believe these words are coming out of my mouth, but go get Zeke. He's sitting at home. He's already on the books. If you sign him for the league minimum, you're still paying him. You're still paying him no matter what. So
can Zeke handle that?
I don't care. I don't know if he can or he can't. I don't know. Go get AD. Yeah, 5 years ago, Mike, that'd have been a good one. No, I don't know that Zeke can do it. But here's what I see happening. If something does happen to Pollard, who do you go get? You go get the guy who knows your system, who knows your team, who knows your offensive line. You go get Zeke, and Jerry has already proven that he will do that. So
I hate it too, right? Yeah, I mean, I think Zeke at the league minimum is fine. So in a vacuum, Zeke league minimum just fine. However, not on this team, right? Because there are still these like loyalties. Got to force him the ball. It doesn't work, man. It doesn't work. So if he can come in and treat him like a washed up vet back.
Yeah, like get 7-8 carries. We need you to get 7-8 carries. We need 7, 8, 10 carries, maybe 10.
But we don't need 15 carries out of him.
No. No.
So
And one of the things about
brings up a
Zeke,
good point here.
Zeke was good in pass protection. So that
He was.
even if you bring him in as a
He
third
wasn't
down back,
actually. He wasn't actually. So go look at
he was
PFF,
for
go
a
look at
couple of years.
Pro Football
Not now, though.
so last year though.
No, last year
he
was
stunk.
terrible.
Look at
He
Pro
kind of
Football
lived on
Focus.
that
They're pretty smart
reputation
guys.
last year.
Look at their exactly.
you guys are
Exactly.
thinking about the snap, his final snap.
No. Really go back and look at it for real.
No, I will. I will.
yeah.
I mean, he and you guys are right. I mean, he used to
I think
be
he's
good.
living on that reputation.
Yeah.
So, okay, it brings me a question real quick. We've all said that Dak's not great. Zach Martin is holding out, so who knows what happens on our offensive line. We have Tony Pollard, who has not proven 3-down back all game, every game. We don't want to put Deuce Vaughn in. Why do we think we can win the division? Like,
Exactly.
Because that defense is really
to,
good.
Dak's going
That
to carry
defense
this
is
team with no running
elite.
game. And, okay, so
Right.
Tony Pollard goes down. What happens when Tony Pollard goes down?
Then you have to go get Dalvin Cook. Or you have to go get
You
got to trade. You got to trade a second round pick for JT, or you know what I'm saying. I mean, I don't think Jonathan Taylor has any leverage in Indianapolis. I think if he goes into season week 1 or 2 and somebody goes down, I can see somebody giving up a second pick and some conditional pick or something for him. But I mean, he's not re-signing with the Colts. He's made that clear. So that they're going to take whatever they can get out of him.
So I hate to kick a dead horse here because we're past time now. But again, if we believe the defense is that good, which I do, right? Defense is that good, low scoring games, and no belief in Dak to be able to put the team on his shoulders and materialize a win, right? I don't know how they win the division. I don't.
I'm kind of talking myself into your camp here, Tony.
They're a wild card team that loses in the wild card round, and that's it. We're in the same shit spot we've been in for a decade. I mean, for however long, right? We've hated ourselves like all our lives for being Cowboys fans.
Yeah.
Right. I don't
know,
see,
man. I just
right now how this season is any different. I don't. I want to be wrong. I would
because it's our year,
love to
Tony.
be
I
wrong.
mean, it's always our year, right?
What's
I mean,
every year our year, dude?
I know.
Every year is our year.
And I fall
Every
into
year.
that. I'm the world's worst. And I think Zach Martin, they're going to get a deal done there, whether he decides to come back or whether they restructure his deal. I think they probably end up restructuring and give him a big fat bonus and make $2 or $3 million over the year. But he will play. I mean, there's already been some reports, offensive linemen saying, they're sending tech. Nobody wants to be in camp right now. Nobody. So
Nobody.
I mean, it just.
But
I
at
think
a certain
that
point, though, he's losing $50,000 a day.
He's at
right?
$600,000.
$600K. I saw that today. $600K.
He's lost $600,000. Does he get to a certain point where the ego takes over? And he's like, "Fuck it, I've already lost $1 million fucking dollars." So
yeah.
At what point does Mama take over and say, "Listen, you just lost us $1 million"?
He's the best.
I don't
He's
know,
the best in the NFL.
right?
I mean,
because
he is the
like
best.
so. If you listen to the interviews every day from Jerry's like he's made plenty of money, right?
Well,
so if I pay him, I can't pay somebody else. That's not how this works. I'm not going to pay him. I don't know who to believe. Right.
Well,
my
hatred for Jerry Jones.
I don't know who blames.
Kudos to Jerry Jones for doing it, but why didn't he do this with Zeke?
Yeah.
If you're going to pick somebody to do it with, don't pick the best offensive lineman in the game.
Yep.
Pick Zeke, who's was clearly edging towards the cliff.
Yep.
And we paid
right.
him. And pick that.
So this is the wildest stat in the NFL, and I love this stat, and I share it anytime I can. Zach Martin has more All-Pro selections, 10, than he has penalties in the NFL. He only has 9 penalties in his entire career. Is that not? I mean, that is phenomenal. He's more likely to be an All-Pro than he is to have a penalty. I mean, it's unreal how good that guy is.
I've never heard that stat before.
It's fantastic. But
wow.
I mean, what Jerry said, Jerry said it a bunch of times. He said, he was the highest paid offensive lineman 2 years ago. Now he's not because he's in the back half of that deal. I mean, I kind of get where Jerry's coming from, but I understand what Chad's saying too. You don't do this to the best offensive lineman in the game. You just don't.
I don't know if Jerry's trying to get credibility for a future deal or whatever, but he lost this when he signed Zeke. You don't get to do this. You're picking the wrong person to make an example out of. You don't pick the stud.
Look at the running back market. I mean, look what happened to Dalvin Cook. Look what happened to all these guys. I mean, Le'Veon Bell. Yeah. I mean, his
Zeke deal single-handedly killed the market.
Killed the market.
Yeah.
All because he likes Zeke.
Yep.
And Godspeed, whatever.
Loyalty.
All because he likes.
Which is why I don't want Zeke back. Loyalty.
Be loyal to the Be loyal to the good guys, the stud. Don't be loyal to Zeke, who is edging to the cliff, and everybody but him saw it.
Yeah.
That's what makes me worry about Stephen Jones someday taking over this team, by the way. It's like I feel like he's kind of the same way.
I don't know that they're any better. I just need Will McClay to live forever. That's what I need.
What has Will McClay done? He's great drafting, right? Great drafting.
Phenomenally.
Great.
Yeah.
Right. What after that?
I mean, that's all they need him to do. He's not a coach. He's not the general manager. I mean, they need him to go and scout talent and find them, and that's what he does.
He is good at drafting, that's for sure. So we've beaten the dead horse of the NFC, I think.
Yeah, we didn't get into conference realignment.
I mean, do you guys want to just do a quick 2 or 3 minutes on it? I mean, everybody's seen it out there. Kind of let's just do our thoughts on it.
I think everybody's on the same page.
Everybody's seen it. Yeah.
We are trending towards a very, very, very good SEC. We're already there. A very, very, very good Big Ten. And I think an average at best Big 12 and an average at best ACC. And we're going to be into 4 conferences, and that's it. Pac-12 is done. They're dead.
We are edging towards the death of college football. I mean, it is absolutely NFL. It is NFL light, NIL, conference realignment, superpower conferences. The haves versus the have-nots. We're all leaning towards the death of something very precious to all of us, college football. That's what.
No, I agree. And the NCAA has no regulation. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, these conferences are just scrambling. And what's crazy is the TV money. That's what's driving everything is the TV money. And it's just it's insanity. Yep. Which I was kind of surprised. So the Big 12 can get a good TV deal and can draw in, these teams from the Pac-12. But why can the West Coast not get that? Why can't the West Coast get a TV deal? Is it because of the time zones? I mean,
time zones. Is it lack of fan? They just don't care. There's too much to do in California. Do they care?
You're right. So perfect example of this. I went to San Diego one time for a conference and wanted to go watch the Padres play. So you can't sell tickets on the side of the road. So this guy tells me, he says, walk around the corner of the big guy sitting at the corner of the bar. You go ask him for tickets, he'll give you tickets. So I go to the corner of the bar, talk to this guy, and I said, man, I'm in San Diego. I'm not probably going to be back for a while. I want some good tickets. Well, I got to sell you 2. I can't sell you just 1. I said, all right, well, I'm going to sit behind home plate. 6 rows behind home plate. I paid $35 per ticket. And I said, why are these so cheap? And he goes, look around you. You're in Southern California, and then just like Chad said, there's so many more things to do on a Saturday in Southern California than go to the Coliseum and watch USC play. I mean, I think that's just what it is. I mean, I think that it just doesn't carry the weight that it does in the South, and people just really don't care unless you're really, really good. Now, those 04, 05 USC teams, of course, I mean, that was the hottest ticket in town, but
they were insane.
They're far away from there.
Yeah, they're not. And you have not only that, but you have USC, UCLA, the Rams, the Chargers. I mean, you have 4 teams right there.
The Lakers, Clippers,
yes,
Dodgers. I mean, it's just
you have all. So if you're a sports fan, I mean, you can only choose one. You know what I mean? Like what? Plus, it's just I don't know. Okay, so next week we're going to do a huge college football show, right? Is that what we're going to do next week? Talk a little bit of realignment and then just predictions.
Yep, predictions for playoffs, national champs, all that good stuff. Getting geared up for college.
Are we going to hit every? Are we just going to do the whole show? Be nothing but college?
Yeah, we can
do that. every conference.
We got to recap our draft a little bit. We got our draft coming up for this league on Saturday, so we'll recap that a bit, and then we'll go from there.
Tony, you're on mute. AJ's muted.
Oh, whoops.
So, and he just muted himself again because he's dumb.
What is in?
The host has muted me. Stop it, Chatty. God damn it.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it the first time. The second time I was trying to unmute you at the same time. So next week on Saturday, I don't know if we're going to broadcast any. We might broadcast a little bit, just a little camera shot out just to have some fun, let everybody see our setup. But probably not a whole lot, just because there's some shit gets said at the draft that probably doesn't need to go out forever.
Probably doesn't need to go out. Yeah.
So here's the driving decisioner there. Are you bringing your shit? Are you bringing your camera, your setup, and everything?
Well, so tonight I'm using, since I got this kind of new computer, the camera works pretty good. And this is not a camera. So I think I could just hook my AirPods to the computer and talk through that and work just fine.
Well, I mean, if nothing else, we can get some video to show. And we'll post those videos and pictures of Bob's failed running attempts as well. So you guys can see those. But draft coming up on Saturday. It's always fun. Get to get everybody together and hang out. So it's a good time. So
So
We'll
I know
be
we
at
got to
Choctaw
go,
about
but
5 o'clock if
but-
anybody wants to come out and say hi.
we will be at the league at 5 o'clock Saturday. Quick prediction, guys. What does Bijan go for in our draft? How much? How much?
I don't know. I know how much money I have to spend on him.
75. 70. I'm going 75.
I'll take the over.
Take the over. Okay. Chad.
How much? What's the highest number anybody's ever gone for?
JT went
What
for
did JT
80.
Oh, okay. That's right. JT went for 80. That's right.
Yeah, 80. Yeah.
I don't think he'll go more than that. He'll be less than JT.
It's a lot.
Okay.
Dude, I remember paying
Because
$50 for
JT
Zeke and
went-
Benny.
J,
Totally
Flip.
told me I was an idiot.
Yep.
yeah, JT went in an expansion draft, which was a little bit different. He didn't go in the main draft.
Yeah.
It's
So
true.
so you think we see JT go for 80 in the main draft? Okay.
Not JT,
Oh,
Bijan.
No, Bijan.
Bijan.
No, I'm sorry, Bijan.
Yeah, I think Bijan's 76, 7-ish, somewhere around. I don't think he'll
There's
touch
just a
80
lot of teams
because,
bidding on him, man.
dude, I'm in. I mean, you guys know my love
I'm going to
fest
be in.
for-
You're in.
I'm
Dane's
in.
in.
Dane's
Bernardo's
in.
got money.
Bernardo's
Bobby's
moved
got
some money around. I mean, it's going to get.
So he
things-
hits 65 super easy. He will
Oh, I
be
think
at,
I think we probably set the bid at 60 at least.
yeah. So he hits 65 super easy. I think he hits 70 super easy. After that, it depends on the egos involved in the bidding. If he goes,
Do you know
to
this group
80.
at all?
yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
We're all there. So
Dane will not stop at
Exactly.
70. He
No,
says
he
he will
won't.
stop at
He'll get-
70. He
he'll
is
get
not stopping at
hyped
70.
up.
He'll figure out some way to do it.
I call bullshit.
Yeah.
Everybody has a plan until it gets to 70 and you bid
Until-
71. It's like it's $1. It's $1.
Well, I tell you what, I really want to see, and I really hope that because we do an auction style draft. I really hope that Bijan doesn't even get put up for 5 or 6 picks. That's what I really hope. I want somebody just sitting there because there's going to be so many good deals if that happens. Derrick Henry's going to go cheap. JT's going to go cheap because everybody's going to be saving their juice for Bijan. So we're going to see. There may be a little strategy there. We'll see how it happens.
I think there's a whole lot of strategy going on. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. What we got anything else for this
All
week,
right, boys.
Good
Enjoyed
stuff. Yep.
You
See
guys,
you guys next week.
Have a wonderful
next Wednesday
day.
night.
See you Saturday.
Well, Benny, we
get my
won't see
button
Benny
here.
Saturday. I'll see you Saturday, Chad.